One of the worst habits I have is having negative thoughts. In the Bible, Proverbs chapter 23, verse 7 says, "What we continually think about becomes part of who we are. Our thoughts steer our behavior and identity." The very first time it was brought to my attention that I was a negative Nancy, I had negative thoughts, always speaking negative, I was offended. I was also in denial because I felt misunderstood. Not realizing that I was sitting in a cycle that I was used to. I spent my whole life living in fear, being afraid, and on top of that, tolerating things that I didn't need to tolerate. And when you're holding on to so much, inside it starts to come out and you're not even realizing it. Even though I'm not in certain places I used to be, I'm not tolerating certain things, I still struggle with those negative thoughts because it's been a habit I had my whole life. And that's something I'm working on. And those of you who are also struggling with negative thoughts, it's time for us to make a change. And don't think that because you start to change how you think, you're never going to have bad experience. But bad things always happen, but there's going to be a change. First you want to change how you think, and you want to change your habits, like tolerating. If you live in fear, if you always afraid, God didn't give us the spirit of fear. 2 Timothy chapter 1 verse 1 says, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind." So just how words have a powerful impact, so does the mind. You can actually break yourself down by constantly thinking about these negative thoughts. And even while recording, I realized a lot. I don't know how many times I did this video over and over and over, but I realized some things about myself. Like, I'm aware that I have a lot to work on, and I'm working on things, and I've been constantly asking God to point out my flaws, the things that I can fix myself. And he's been showing me things. And like while recording, I just realized something, and I realized it's also dangerous to have a negative mindset, because Satan can also use you as a vessel. Just imagine having a negative mindset and you're always thinking negative, and this is the best time for Satan to plant seeds in your mind. And whether it's a thought of fear, just something negative that's gonna keep the cycle running, and then now like whatever's in your head is gonna come out. Those of you who are also struggling with negative thoughts, you want to ask God to renew your mind, strengthen your mind, and you have to actually be willing to make those changes. As for now, I just gave myself some homework to do.